We're live.
Hey, we're streaming live, everybody. Hey, good morning. It is 10:30 on Tuesday, the calm before the storm, Deborah. We're
Woo-hoo!
I know. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we are coming to the last hour before the event that we kick off 1 o'clock called sorry, North County Business Expo. It's an online networking and business expo that we're doing. And we are very proud to have Debbra Sweet join us today because she is one of the speakers. And I don't think I gave you the timeline, but you're closing up the event at around 3 o'clock. So
Yes.
you're gonna be the all-star at the end. And
Woo! We're gonna have a ton of fun too. It's all great.
there you go.
I can't wait. It's gonna be an amazing event. The speakers, and I'm not just I'm not brown nosing here at all. I know all the speakers, and you know what, David, I think that you lined up an all-star event with the content. I can't wait. Can't wait to be a student, and I am super excited to be able to present as well.
Well, I tell you what I like is I don't know if you Griselda Beck, if you engage with her, but we brought her on to help us kick it off at the beginning, just with a kickoff presentation. But she said two things. Us as business professionals, especially during this COVID challenge, there's two things that we thrive for: is connections and visibility.
Oh, totally.
And that's what when I originally put this event together 6-7 years ago, it was a traditional business expo, very similar to what happens in Oceanside, what happens in San Diego, what happens at Convention Center. Of course, Comic-Con would be a dream event for us, but we're small up here in what we're doing, but it's just bringing those connections and that visibility to individuals at whatever platform we can. We're blessed to have this platform. And now in the virtual environment of COVID, we pivoted. And last year you were with us during the summer when we did this event, and
Mhm.
we had 150 people register. It was fantastic. I
It was
appreciate.
awesome. You did amazing, and I've been tracking, when all the things started at the beginning of the year, I tracked and watched where events were going. And here's the reality: online events have been going on for a while. They just took center stage last year. And so, David, I want to give you lots of props and acknowledgement for being able to successfully pivot that face-to-face event and bring it together. Being there in September with you, it was amazing to hear the feedback from the people. And honestly, in preparation for what we're going to do tomorrow, I still am hearing, I get people reaching out. I've gotten emails, I've gotten phone calls, I've got little text messages, people that I'm, reaching out intentionally saying, I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. This is a great event. And that was the takeaway from September. So I want to give you kudos and props for pivoting so successfully, and you know what, stepping forth and making sure that this does take place. One of the things I really appreciate about you, David, and we've had many conversations over the years, and you and I align in this, it's about breaking down the silos. Let's align, let's align and bring the businesses in North County together so we can be collaborative, we can support. And that's been, I know, one of your private initiatives, or one of your reasons for doing some of what you do. And I'm right there with you in it. So I'm super excited to see who's going to show up tomorrow. I know you're going to have new faces. I'm sure we're going to have some repeat offenders, so to speak. So yeah.
Well, the whole idea, that people can repeat as much as they want, because the whole idea is to build relationships.
Yeah.
You hit it right on. My soapbox has been these silos that we have in North County, and not in a negative way.
No.
10 cities in North County have to focus on their demographics, their population, their citizens. These 25 different business associations have to focus on what their paid members are looking for. And we come in here with this idea, and how do we bring people together? And I mean, the only thing left is digital, and these events that we do, and that's the mission that we do. I'm passionate about it, as some people could say, but we go forward on that one. So what to expect from tomorrow is a lot of networking.
Mhm.
After every 15-minute presentation. So you'll be on, I believe, at 3 o'clock. And then once you're done with the presentation, we're going to have still 15 minutes of just a solid small networking groups. Or our goal is to put people in groups of 4 and 5 to come out here and put into practice some of the things that, I know you'll be talking about some of them, but
Mhm.
basically what we do out there. So, chambers of commerce are great at this. We're taking it one notch up and putting it region and not just citywide. So,
Mhm.
I think you've been a North County gal for quite some time, and
Yeah, landed here in 1993.
Yeah, there you go. I'm born and raised San Diegan, but I ended up in North County in '85, and then transplanted from Carmel Valley to Escondido. But I've been a member of Oceanside Chamber. I actually worked there for quite some time, had great success. I think that's where me and you first had our first connection.
I think so. Actually, you know what? I've been in Vista since 93, but I landed in North County. I moved to California in 89, summer of 89. And I started out in downtown San Diego, and the company I was working for then, they had uh, stores all over. I was a manager for them. So I ended up in Oceanside initially. And so going between San Diego and North County, and then I met my husband in 91, and we have made this our home. We were in Oceanside for a couple of years, and then we moved into Vista. So we've been here, and I really like it. There's so many things about the North County that I love to travel, but when we come back into North County, it's like, oh, okay, yes, this is nourishing. There's good still here.
Well, even from Vista, I mean, you go 10 miles, you're going to hit the water, or you're going to
Yeah.
hit some entertainment. I mean, you can hit some wineries, and of course, you got a couple of breweries I hear in Vista that are happening.
Yeah, I've been talking, yeah, just a few, but no, had an opportunity to meet with Kevin from one of the Downtown Vista Association earlier this year about some of the intentional development. And, I think it's been really interesting to watch, not just Vista, but, when I worked in downtown Oceanside, I lived there and worked there before it was all fixed up and pretty. When I worked in downtown San Diego, I lived and worked there before it was really not fixed up and pretty. When I was out of state, so there's a theme, bear with me here, right?
Okay.
There's a theme. The last big city I lived in out of state, I lived there when it was dirty and gritty. Deborah moves out and boom, they're like, okay, we can redevelop now. I'm like, really? So it's actually really cool to see what is taking place, not only here in Vista, but also just in North County in general, all the innovations coming about and the alignment. And David, you're definitely instrumental in this, and bringing the business expo to the front again is a great way to let people get to know who else is in their backyard. And we're here to serve and support. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be great.
Yeah, and that's the best we could do is, like you said, serve and support. I mean, I think, imagine if everybody just had that focus about serve and support community, and not getting some of the ugly conversations that happen out
Mm.
there. I mean, our community would be such a stronger place altogether. So with that said, we got to support our local businesses, but more importantly, we asking people come and support us and join us online. There's a couple of promo codes out there. I know Epic Magazine's a big supporter of what we're doing.
Mhm.
I know Clarion Credit Card Processing is one of our sponsors. Scale My Profit. Juan Velasco has been instrumental on getting me to put this whole thing together, or working together with me to put this whole thing together. There's going to be a lot of giveaways that are happening, I'm heard, and I think
Mhm.
you got some things happening. So give me a couple of takeaways about what are you going to be presenting? Not to give out the whole secrets, because we want people to show up, but give a little teasers for us.
Little teasers, you bet. Well, my subject, I'm definitely a SHMI. Do you know what a SHMI is?
Yeah, that's
First time I ever heard a gentleman call me a SHMI. They're like, "Oh, you're a SHMI," and then I heard it again, and then I heard it. I'm like, "What is that?" Because that sounds really bad. SHMI, right? I think of like a Smurf and a Muppet, right? But
there you go.
like the pointing Gonzo, I'm like, okay, so that's not what it is. A SHMI is a subject matter expert, right? That's an engineering term,
Okay.
by the way.
Got
So
it,
it's a good term. So I'm a SHMI in many components, but what I'm going to talk about tomorrow specifically is I'm going to be bringing forth some very powerful 3 insights to help people really leverage their time with networking so they generate more quality referrals. And so, I've been training in this area for over 24 years. That's a long time. I've had people say, do you dream about it? Yeah, the sad really, I have. Actually, those are not sexy dreams at all, but, I'm very passionate about it, and here's why. So, we have the marketing firm, which is Sweet Marketing Solutions. I have Thrive Right Consulting, which is the business development leadership training company. And when I build marketing plans for the marketing firm, networking is always a piece of the pie. In good times, people network. In times where the external conditions might feel lean, like what we've been going through back in '08, I mean, there's seasons and cycles.
Right.
The activity, the tactic of networking actually takes the forefront. Well, from Deborah's view of the world, when you're building your business growth plan and your marketing plan, you should have a strategic networking plan as well. Most people have no clue what that is. So why it's relevant to what I'm going to talk about is that we're in a time right now where networking and referral generation, there's so much opportunity, more so than ever, but it does require people to think differently. And so most people, and I went through this, so I'm speaking with love when I say this. I journeyed in this same pathway as well. I knew networking worked, but I really didn't understand how to make it work. And I have big dreams, big goals. And what I was finding is that with my time of networking over the years, I'd meet great people, but moving from relationship to revenue, there's a secret formula in there. And so tomorrow, David, what I'm going to talk about is 3 things that everybody should know that can get in front or that impede your ability to get referrals. And then I do have a couple of freebies that I'm going to be laying on the table because I really want people to understand that, you know what, networking, I don't care whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. And yes, I'm an introvert. People don't believe it. I'm a big ass introvert. Oops, did I just say that out loud? Yes, I did. I'm in that mode, right?
I'm with you.
So boom, 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 right? So if you're an introvert, what I'm going to share with you will help you become more comfortable and confident. If you're an extrovert or you're a situational extrovert, what I will share, it's going to help you. And, David, you've seen me in action a lot. And what's really, you may not, okay, I'm going to give a little tell right here. If you think about all those times where we'd show up to the chamber mixers where, you and I, yes, we have a history, and I'd always kind of lean into you. I was like, I don't want to say I was like a booger sticking to you, but I'd go seek and find you, and I'd tell me, who do I need to meet, right? That's because my introvert was in full effect.
Right.
But I was practicing something that helped me be confident. Like, I'm really confident at what I know and what I do, but networking with confidence, that's part of what I'm going to be talking about. Some things that'll help you be more comfortable, more confident, so you can get the referrals that you need and deserve and desire.
And that's a secret, especially at introvert. I mean, people laugh. I mean, they don't know I'm an introvert as well. It took
Mm-hmm.
me a while. And, some people know I spent 20 years behind the camera. I was a commercial photographer quite some time. And, we always have that, Linus with the blanket at the Peanuts, my little crutch was this camera. You put a camera in my hand and I was an introvert, but you put the camera down and now I'm introvert.
Oh yeah, I understand. Well, it's like when I'm singing on stage or performing on stage, people, I've performed for thousands and thousands and thousands of people, right? And they're like, how can you be up on stage singing and playing and dancing, but when you go into a room with you're on the floor with a group of people, you shut up and you like, or you're in the corner. Well, that, now I'm not like that so much because I have learned skills and I've gained confidence. I always do breathe before I walk into a room full of people. I have to breathe, I assess the room, and then I apply some of the skills that I will be teaching. So
yeah. I think breathing is pretty important, isn't it?
yes, breathing is very important. That's a whole different subject we could talk about.
Yeah, sometimes I forget to do that, but the giveaways that we have happening, I mean, what you have going on, and I think our other speakers, I know Marcy Bro is giving away a free session, I believe, or a discount. I can't remember exactly what it is.
I was doing some math. I was doing some math for myself. And yes, Marcy's amazing. And, take her up on her sessions, but I'm giving away about up to $2,500 worth of stuff. So I have some gifts I have a little something for everybody. And then I have something on a higher level for 10 people. So there is a limit, and that's, yeah. So,
yeah. And likewise, yeah. I think I personally will. So, this comes out of my brand, My Singer North County. And so we have a marketing platform and we promote North County businesses. It's you're very similar to a subscription-based model, but what we're giving away is, somebody out of the group that's going to show up is going to get away with a free featured event or, a free featured video and post on our platform. So.
Oh, that's very significant.
Yeah. So, I mean,
do speakers get to be part of that?
Of course. I mean, no, it's open to everybody. Like I said earlier today, we had we do a Tuesday morning coffee event. We call it Cafecito. We've been doing it for quite some time. We started this in Oceanside, but back in the old days when I had a niece and then when my daughters were raised, there was that little purple elephant called Barney.
Oh, No, that wasn't a purple elephant, dear.
Oh no, purple dinosaur. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had two young ones during that time.
He's got the best tagline that has. You gotta laugh at me. It's led me on through my whole life. Caring is sharing. Very
Caring is
simple.
sharing. Yeah,
Very simple. So, the more we care about somebody, the more we share about somebody, the more positive it is. So that's been one of
absolutely.
my thing. I never thought I'd be quoting Barney as one of my inspirational quotes, but yeah.
Too bad. Well, my Barney was a thing for one of my boys, and so I know not everybody likes Barney. Barney, we won't go down that, but we had little slippers. We had the Barney
Oh
slippers,
my
and
God.
oh yeah, we got to sing along with
Yeah.
Barney every day.
So yeah, so going back, so we're asking people to show up,
Please
of
do.
course, register online, but even when
Mhm.
you register online and you're attending the event, what's this? Somebody told me you still got to show up, what
Boom,
50% is
boom,
showing up.
boom, 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 boom.
There you go.
Hmm.
So, show up and be present. And again, even if you're shy or introvert, like some of us are, I mean, it just takes that first step, the second step, the third step, then you're
Right.
walking. And then next thing you know, you're running, then you're sprinting, and then you're high jumping. And I mean, that's how we build and develop ourselves individually. No matter how introvert or shy one might be, or who that's the opposite level, this event's for everybody. What I'm really proud about is when you get in those networking groups, we're gonna have small groups or breakout rooms of 4 or 5 people. We're going to ask individuals like, yeah, I think you're going to pop in and out of some of those as well. But
Probably
yeah,
yes.
the whole idea is share. So
And I want to pick up on that. So for those of you that are watching, and if you are feeling, you're an introvert, because usually we do. Um, I want to just assure you that this is a safe, comfortable environment. It's not going to be so big and overwhelming. And what's great about how David does have us go into small breakout rooms, it's uh, it's intimate. There's no judgment. It's supportive. Everybody is there, and we're learning something along the way.
right.
So, and it's great because you're going to meet people that, mm, I don't want to give away all my secrets, right? So you're going to meet people that you need to meet. I'm gonna just put it that way. I'm just going to share.
There you
If you
go.
pay attention, you're going to see that you'll meet people in those rooms that
Got
you
it.
need to meet, even if you don't realize you need to meet them.
Right. Hey, well, perfect. Well, we don't want to take up too much time of yours. I know time is valuable, but we're looking forward to tomorrow. We kick off at 1 o'clock.
Woohoo!
There's a Zoom link on the Eventbrite that you can register, that you'll be able to click onto once you register through Eventbrite. So the Eventbrite link is just 2021 ncbizexpo.com .eventbrite. So that's the long Eventbrite link. The easiest thing is just go to the website ncbizexpo.com.
There you
So
go.
ncbizexpo.com. Everything's put together by my St. North County. We got great partners like yourself that have been supporting us. The speakers are going to be Brian for Fibel for legal, Marcy Bro on branding, Juan Velasco on finances. Griselda Beck does coaching, and she's going to help us kick off and really get us ready for that. Thank
Nice.
you to Virginia with Epic Magazine, Clarion credit card processing, even David DaCosta coming up with a new product he has called Park Bench, really helping out the community. So we're
Oh,
all here
cool.
together. So thank you very
Yeah,
much, Marcy.
you gotta.
We'll say hi to Marcy tomorrow, but Deborah, thank you so much for everything. Appreciate it.
You're
All right.
welcome, David. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, everybody. All right,
you.
bye.
Bye-bye. See you signing off, guys.